As you've seen, the gospel is a part of everything we do here. It's important that we understand what it means for us to be redeemed. But even more than that, we need to be able to share that same redemption to a world that desperately needs Jesus. Now, what I want to do is I want to walk you through just a simple presentation of how you can share the gospel. There's two things we need to remember. First of all is we need to tell our story, our story. In order to tell our story, what we need to talk about is, what was our life like before we became a Christian? And what was it like then? You may have been very young, but still, there was a time when we did not know Christ. And then what happened when we became a Christian? How did that happen? Where was it? How do we understand the gospel when all that came together? What did that look like? And then the third part of this is, how has my life changed since I became a Christian? How have I grown? And then finally, what we want to do is just simply ask the person, would you like to do something like this yourself? Now, the natural step from our story is to go to God's story. Now, in order to go to God's story, what we need to do is we talk about four simple things: creation, fall, rescue, or as you've seen earlier in the videos here, redemption or restoration or God's new creation. Now, understand this. Creation, what does that mean? Well, it means that in creation, God created us to have a perfect relationship with Him. The fall occurred when sin entered into the world, when Adam and Eve disobeyed God. Now, the rescue or the redemption occurs when God realizes and recognizes, that we're in desperate need. We recognize that we're in desperate need and that we're separated from God because of our sin, because of the fall. And what does God do? God sends Himself in the person of Jesus to give us redemption, to rescue us from what the real cost or the real price of sin is, which is eternal death and separation from God. Now, the fourth thing is restoration or new creation. What does that simply mean? That means once we're redeemed, God wants to take us and put us into a place in right relationship with Him. It's like we go this full circle around. God created the world to be a perfect place, but yet sin entered the world. It separated us from God. God rescued us. We are redeemed, and then we're made into new creations so that what? So that one day, when we pass away, when we die from this world, we don't have to die twice. We don't have to die twice. The second death is to be eternally separated from God. What does that mean? That means we can be in right relationship with Him forever. Now, there's an app called The Story. It's in 35 different languages. Now, there's a link attached to this video that I want you to go to that basically will help you to download this app on your phone. I strongly encourage you to go there. And one more thing, watch the video that's attached to it. In fact, I talked about the 35 different languages. When you press the different languages, that video actually goes to that language. So does the whole app. Again, creation, fall, rescue, restoration. I promise you, God will use this through you.